Hello, Bulldog families. This is Superintendent Lindsay Hall. Thank you for clicking on the link to watch this video. It might be just a bit longer than previous videos I've released, but I hope you take the time to watch it in its entirety, as I want to convey some important information to you as we end and close out the 2019-2020 school year. First and foremost, thank you. As we end this school year, I want to sincerely offer our appreciation for all that you've done to support your children, our teachers, and all of our employees since we started on the journey of remote learning in the middle of March. It's now time to move forward and start planning for our return to school next year. Since the end of March, our top 3 priorities have been and will continue to be: number 1, the health, all aspects of health, of our students, staff, and families. Number 2, actively connecting and engaging with our students and families as we move into next year, and refocusing and redefining teaching and learning. And number 3, clear communication. In anticipation of reopening school for next year, we're poring over content and planning and guidance from the Centers for Disease Control, the Illinois Department of Public Health, other state plans, and other guidelines that have been released from professional associations that all talk about how to return to school safely. And we're also looking at the governor's plan to reopen Illinois. We anticipate the release of guidance from the Illinois State Board of Education very soon. It is my sincere goal to share our plan with you for the next school year by June 30th of 2020. I want to be clear, there is much that is not known about what next school year will look like, and we know that families need answers and want a plan in place. Please know that we understand that need. To reach this goal, we have formed a reopening task force, a group composed of 25 staff members that represent all of our employee groups. We're going to start meeting next week, and we'll be focusing on 2 major areas: instruction and learning and operations. I want to briefly talk about instruction and learning. Our planning will be focused on keeping student learning at the forefront while keeping students safe and healthy, but intentionally focused on instruction and learning. We're also conscious of the fact that there could be further interruptions next year during the 2021 school year due to a resurgence of COVID-19. Generally, we are anticipating 3 possibilities in returning to school. Number 1 is in-person schooling, but with health safeguards, and we are waiting for guidance from the Illinois Department of Public Health, the CDC, and the Illinois State Board of Education to tell us exactly what that could look like. The second option is a combination of some in-person schooling and some online teaching. This is often referred to as blended learning. And the third option is delivering instruction through a totally online platform. This will look different than the past 8 or 9 weeks as we redevelop what online teaching would look like. Some of the many questions that we are working through in order to prepare for the next school year are these, and these are not all of the questions that we have. As information continues to evolve, is it reasonable for our schools to be safely open as normal? And what are the safety and health protocols that need to be instituted? What modifications should be made to safely open our schools? And is it possible for us to make those modifications? We don't want to make false promises. We're eager to open, but the health and safety of our kids and staff and our families is one of our top priorities. How should we modify our return to school and return to work protocols? What do we do as students and staff, and how do we support them that do not feel safe in returning to schools? How do we determine if learning loss has occurred for some of our students? How will custodial protocols need to change as we clean and sanitize our schools, and what is best practice in that area? And if the state does not allow us to begin school in person, what does returning to school actually look like? In order to help us plan, I am asking for your help. We need all of our households to please participate in a brief survey that you'll receive by the end of the week. This will provide valuable feedback to us as we move ahead with planning for next year. Your feedback is vitally important to us. Please take a few moments to fill out the survey and click Submit. Your voice is a crucial piece of the puzzle as we plan for next year. Again, we know that the past few months have been challenging for everyone. Our students, staff, and families continue to be in our thoughts as we collectively experience this pandemic. We're stronger when we work together and collaborate, and we appreciate the support, care, and attention that our staff and you have provided to our students during this difficult time. Thank you for listening, and remember, it's always a great day to be a Bulldog.